Hey everyone, it's Miranda. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, for the first time, why don't you subscribe? Become the newest member of the Slashed Squad. Here I review products you won't feel guilty buying and do looks you can actually recreate at home. Today's gonna be fun because I'm gonna be sharing how I created this beach-inspired colorful eye look using the new IMMA BEACH palette kit. So a2o is a new brand by SHOPMISSA.com, one of our favorite sites now here on the channel. If you don't know, SHOPMISSA is an online makeup and accessory store where most everything is only $1. We found a lot of cool new makeup and beauty favorites on there, and here's yet another one. The a2o brand that they are launching is going to be the only brand where products are more than $1 because they are gonna be a little bit more elevated in quality and packaging. So they actually just released a bunch of these palette kits under the new a2o brand, and I have them here to show you. So the one that I'm gonna be using today for this look specifically is called IMMA BEACH. Now these palette kits actually come disassembled. So when you receive them, you get the magnetic palette, and then you get all of the eyeshadow singles packaged separately. At first I didn't know how I felt about that, but I do like the versatility in being able to arrange the shades in a way that makes sense to me and how I use them. And of course, if you do decide to get more than one palette because the eyeshadows are interchangeable, you can mix and match the palettes if you want to just kind of create your own palette. Each shade has its own name. It's printed on the back of the pan, but as of right now, they are not being sold separately. I'm kind of curious if that is something that they're going to be doing in the future. But for right now, the shades only come within each palette kit. And I'm really enjoying the palettes themselves. They are these cardboard magnetic palettes, but you do get a mirror inside as well, which I think is really handy. Plus, they're only $10 and you get 9 shadows. So it is actually still a great deal, even though it's more than $1. So the IMMA BEACH palette we're gonna be using today is definitely on the summery side. We've got the browns, we've got the summery blues, and we even have some hints of red and rosy shades. The other two palettes that I have currently are the Lovechild Palette, and this one is a little bit more of a dreamy color scheme. We've got more of those purples and pinks, and we have some silvery shades as well. And then I also have the Date Night Palette, which is kind of all over the place actually. This palette, I don't know, this is just gonna be one of those where I'm gonna have to work with it a little bit before I kind of discover my go-to looks, because we have like this random orange in here, and then we have purple, and then the rest is pretty neutral and on the cool side. So I'll just have to play around with this one. But today, like I said, we're only gonna be using the IMMA BEACH palette because it's summer and I feel like that's fitting. So I'm gonna show you how I created this cut crease look that has these shades that are inspired by the beach. As you could tell from my last eye makeup tutorial, I am really trying to get into more color. So here it is, I hope you like it. Why don't we jump right in? So I'm going to be using one of my recent go-to eye primers. This is the CoverGirl Lid Lockup Primer. I absolutely love the texture and finish of this primer, and I really think that it holds on to shadows very well. So I'm going to use this. For this look, I'm going to go straight into my transition shade first. There's not really a base shade in this palette that would work well to set the eye primer, so I'm just waiting a little bit for that to dry down. And then I'm going to go into this Limit shade, which is kind of a mustardy warm yellow. And I'm going to be blending that above my crease as my transition, really just creating soft edges with the blending brush. While I'm in this area, I'm just gonna throw a quick highlight under the brow bone, and I'm using Polished, which is a shimmery, like satin eggshell shade. Next, to add dimension, I'm gonna go in with Swoon, which is this dark brown, and I'm gonna be putting that on the outer corner and kind of like the outer third of my lid. And as you can see, the shade does go on a little bit light at first, but it's pretty buildable, and it's also easily blendable. So I don't mind having to build it up because at least it blends out really nicely. Then I'm just gonna switch to a clean blending brush to start softening the edge and blending the Swoon shade into our transition. You can add a little bit of the transition shade as well to help blend it out. So we've got that all blended out, and something that I noticed while doing this look the first time on this eye is that you don't lose the color while you're blending, which is super important and something that's hard to find in budget-friendly shadows. So that was already a point for these shadows in this palette. What I am gonna do though is I'm just gonna sharpen up the edge of the shadow with a makeup remover wipe by just dragging it. And then that way we can basically close off the look with the winged liner, which you can see on this side. There's no shadow that goes beyond the liner. Okay, so as you can see from this eye, we're about about to do a cut crease. I'm really sorry if you're sick of cut creases here on the channel, but it's just one of those things where I've been practicing it a lot and I think that I'm getting better at them, so I want to like showcase them. So for this cut crease, again, I'm using the Physicians Formula Insta Ready Full Coverage Concealer. I used this in my last cut crease video and I just realized that it works really well for this purpose. Again, I hate the pump. It just pumps out way too much product. So I really hope they change the packaging on that product because it's such a good one, but it's just annoying as heck to use. And that's where I want to stop with the concealer. It's just past halfway on my lid. So before I apply the blue, I do want to go back into the polished shade that we highlighted with in our brow bone, and I'm going to be using that for the inner corner area. And then I'm going to start packing on that blue. I absolutely love this color so much. It applies just like it looks like in the pan. So rich, so vibrant, and just such a great beachy color. Okay, so here's where we're at so far, but we definitely need to blend into each side. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go back and forth between the two colors right on the border. And same on this side. This side is gonna be a little bit harder since we're going from having that concealer base to just the shadow. So first I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing, just soften up the line. And then I am gonna add a little bit of that swoon brown color and overlap it slightly over the reef blue shade. All right, so now we have more of that blend going on. It's not so harsh between the colors. So now I'm just gonna tightline my upper waterline with the Rimmel Scandaleyes pencil. And I'm sure you can guess which liquid eyeliner I'm gonna use. Of course, it's the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. So as you can see here, my goal was to not have any shadow going past the eyeliner wing. For my lashes, I'm using another pair of the Natalia a2o lashes from SHOPMISSA. I think I've used these before in a look, but yeah, they're just super fluttery. And this is the finished look. I just topped off my lips with the Revlon Kiss Plumping Lip Cream in Barely Blush. It's kind of like a lip gloss slash liquid lipstick combo, but it does have a little tingly feeling. So this is the final beach-inspired colorful eye look using the IMMA Beach palette kit from a2o. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's funny because when I was looking at these shades in the palette for the first time, I'm like, they're pretty shades, but I couldn't really see how I was really going to incorporate them together. But I really like how all the colors work together. They all blended together really easily as well, which I was a little bit afraid of, especially because we were mixing like cool shades and warm shades and mattes with satins. But no, everything looks really smooth, very pigmented. I'm very happy to report that at least the shades that I used in this look really translated onto the eye very similarly to how they look in the pan. If you want to see looks using the other two a2o palette kits, let me know which one you want me to do next in the comments below. If you like how this look turned out, please hit the thumbs up button, give me a little encouragement. Really trying to add some more color in here, so if you're liking it, show me some love. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, become a member of the Slashed Squad. If you've done that, have you hit the bell icon so you know every time a new video goes live? If you've done everything, I love you. You're the best. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!